Your gut is a bustling metropolis teeming with trillions of microscopic residents, bacteria, fungi, viruses, and single-celled organisms that together form your gut microbiome. For years, scientists have recognized how this inner ecosystem plays a quiet but crucial role in shaping everything from digestion to the immune response. Now, new research is beginning to unravel exactly how the foods you eat, especially the type of protein you consume in high-protein diets, can rapidly reshape this hidden world, with dramatic effects both good and bad. Imagine changing something as simple as the main protein in your diet, from eggs to rice, from soy to yeast. You might expect it to make little difference beyond taste or macros. But in a recent investigation led by researchers from North Carolina State University, scientists discovered that switching just the dominant protein source in a diet can drive a profound upheaval, remapping the entire landscape of the gut microbiome in as little as 1 week. To isolate the influence of protein alone, the research team utilized highly controlled diets fed to mice. Each diet was identical in fat, carbohydrates, fiber, and minerals, and only the protein changed, cycling between egg white, brown rice, soy, or yeast every 7 days. Following each dietary switch, intestinal contents were analyzed using advanced DNA sequencing and mass spectrometry. This dual approach enabled researchers to not only identify which microbes thrived, but also to uncover the specific enzymes and metabolic pathways they activated or silenced in response. The results were striking. Each shift in dietary protein led to a distinct shakeup in microbial population. Certain species that were once minor players surged to dominance, while some fell away. The changes were especially pronounced with egg white, brown rice, and yeast. The community of gut bacteria responded with an agility that surprised even the researchers, a vivid reminder of how quickly the gut's ecosystem can adapt to new food environments. But the story wasn't just about which bacteria were present. The real intrigue lay in what these bacteria were doing. 2 main processes underwent the most radical transformations: amino acid metabolism and glycan degradation. Let's start with amino acids, the building blocks of proteins. When mice consumed protein-heavy diets based on egg white or brown rice, their gut microbes ramped up the production of enzymes that harvest amino acids right from these foods. Rather than making amino acids from scratch, the bacteria simply scavenged what they needed directly from ingested protein. On the surface, this seems efficient, but the implications are more complex. The breakdown of amino acids produces a variety of byproducts, some of which can be harmful if they accumulate or if they interact with other bodily systems, such as the brain-gut axis. Substances like ammonia or certain amines may irritate the gut lining or interfere with neurological function, raising questions about the long-term effects of diets rich in certain proteins. The second, and perhaps more surprising finding, was a burst in microbial enzymes designed to chop up glycans, complex branching sugars that are often attached to proteins. These sugars decorate many proteins found in both food and the human gut, including mucin, a slippery protective protein that coats the intestinal wall. In mice fed egg white, soy, rice, or yeast, there was a marked increase in glycan-degrading enzyme activity. This matters because they're found in food proteins often resemble those in the mucus layer lining the gut. Blurring this boundary, bacteria that learn to degrade dietary glycan structures may also begin to nibble away at the host's own protective mucus. This erosion can weaken the gut barrier, making it easier for pathogens or irritating substances to pass through the intestinal wall, triggering inflammation or immune responses. Indeed, laboratory tests showed that certain bacteria driven to bloom by egg white began expressing the same glycan-degrading enzymes when exposed to mucin, suggesting a direct potential risk to gut integrity. The implications touch on a growing concern: the sharp rise in chronic gastrointestinal disorders in recent decades. Conditions such as inflammatory bowel disease and irritable bowel syndrome affect millions worldwide, and many patients report that their symptoms worsen with specific foods. While much remains to be understood, this research adds a crucial piece to the puzzle, showing that it's not simply what you eat, but the specific protein sources that can push your gut microbiome towards states that are more inflammatory or more protective. It's important to note that the mice in this study were fed highly purified diets, each with one protein source. This is quite different from the mixed, diverse meals humans typically eat, which may buffer some of these effects. Nevertheless, the clear impact of protein type on both which microbes flourish and what they do suggests that the source of protein in high-protein diets matters a lot. Egg whites stood out as an extreme modulator of gut microbial activity, triggering dramatic blooms and shifts in enzyme production. But brown rice, soy, and yeast also left their own distinct marks. Understanding these effects could lead to more nuanced dietary recommendations and perhaps even personalized nutrition strategies that support gut health instead of undermining it. If certain proteins nudge the microbial community toward mucus-degrading, toxin-producing behavior, scientists may eventually develop targeted interventions using tailored protein combinations, specific fibers, or probiotics to steer the gut back to resilience and health. At the heart of these findings is the realization that the gut is not a passive recipient of whatever food passes through. It is an active, dynamic player with its microscopic inhabitants ready to adapt, compete, and even remodel their environment in response to dietary changes. The proteins you choose fuel not just your muscles or metabolism, but the inner metabolic symphony of your microbiome, impacting your digestion, your gut lining, your immunity, and, possibly, even your mood and cognitive function through the gut-brain axis. So, what are protein-packed diets really doing to your gut? They are rapidly sculpting your inner ecosystem, shifting the balance of microbial power and influencing metabolic pathways that can either fortify or jeopardize your intestinal defenses. As protein shakes, egg whites, plant-based powders, and other protein-rich options become dietary staples, knowing their impact on the gut will become ever more important for athletes, those with digestive disorders, and anyone seeking overall wellness. The next time you plan your meals, consider not just the grams of protein, but their source. Science is showing that this small choice can have ripple effects deep in your gut, shaping health in ways only beginning to be understood. Your microbiome is listening, and it's responding, meal by meal, week by week, with profound consequences for your body as a whole. Thanks for watching. Your like, comment, and subscribe to the channel will inspire us to create better videos in the future.